What's up, everybody? Welcome back to RWBY D&D. As always, I'm your host, Connor. With us, we have Travis as Flynn.
Yo.
Zach as Aquos.
Hello.
Mike is Haku.
Nope.
Apparently not.
Yes. No. Maybe.
And
There it is.
and Nick as Flavo.
Flavor.
Flavor
Flavor
Flav.
Flav. El Crucio. Flavor Flav the Cross.
So, quick recap as to what happened last time. The team went to visit Sanguis, who it turned out was June in disguise. He poisoned the team and instigated a war between Vale and Mantle forces. The team, meanwhile, fought Captain Flowers, arrived at the battlefield trying to stop this war from starting, but then Aqua swam across the river. The team is now retreating from Han, trying to get back to the Vale capital city.
That's your recap?
Yeah.
Then he swam across the river, and now everything's shit. Once again, it's Zach's character's fault.
Yeah, I'm not even gonna blame Zach. I'm not even gonna blame Zach. You're all responsible. Every last one of you, including me.
You're
Orders are
responsible
orders.
Yep.
If we followed your orders, it would have. At least we tried to stop it.
The war would have went on. You're right. If you hadn't followed my orders, but you followed like at least like some kind of pattern, then yeah, the war would have been stopped for now.
So let me ask you this, Holly. What did you... we need to stop him from doing this, right? And for a good portion, until Flynn decided to fucking shoot him, I was stopping him. I was taking him downriver.
It was. I want everyone to know it's not just Aquos' fault. I'm blaming Flavo for going up and slicing his belly. I mean, for all I know, Aquos was going to try to knock him out and take him into custody. Flavo walks up. I'm going to try to kill him. And after that happened, and his shit's pouring out his belly. I'm like, well, this can't keep happening. I'm gonna try to shoot his ass in the head.
And like I was just watching all this go down, and I was like, this can't get any worse.
knowing that he was still in disguise, which means that
At least I didn't all the way under the bridge, Flynn.
look, his belly is bleeding. He is bleeding out this shit. So that means that his aura is not active. He is letting the shit bleed out of him. I'm trying to take him out right then and there. He activates his aura again, and he starts healing up. I actually assumed, metagame-wise, because Aquos found him and he was huffing and puffing, that he was low on aura because he was
like
using his semblance for too long or something. Maybe that had something to do with it. Like, the longer you use it, the more it uses of your aura. So I was assuming that maybe he was low.
Is absolutely the case here. But he wasn't using his semblance to do that. He was just disguised.
That makes sense.
Which is the whole reason why you were able to detect that there was a screw up with his uniform.
I wondered.
Yeah, I thought about this stuff. I wasn't trying to be cheap or anything like that.
Damn. So a lot of things went wrong and played right into Connor's hand. Let's move on.
Mm-hmm.
Not the way he thought, though.
Nope, not the way I thought. You guys gave it a hell of an effort, much better than I thought would happen. I almost gave it to you. Then Aqua swam across the river. Alright, so anyway, you all are now retreating. Flavo's carrying Flynn's body. Where are you guys going?
I'm going where Hawk
I
was
thought
going.
Aquos was carrying me. Didn't Aquos jump in?
I was carrying him.
Yep, Aquos came and got me.
But then Aquos pretty much handed you to Flavo, and then he swam across the river.
Oh, that's...
Yeah, you're not even with us.
No, we were all heading to that
To the south
other
gate.
crossing.
But we are headed to the south gate, though.
Yeah.
I'm dragging your lifeless body with me.
So, Flavo, were you dragging me straight to the south gate, or were you dragging me to this other crossing where the others are going to meet us, or where the others are going to be?
I mean, I'm trying to make my way to the south gate as fast as possible.
Okay, so you're taking that path. You guys are going to the crossing and then going straight down?
Yep.
Is anyone doing anything else on the way?
Sleeping.
You don't have a choice.
Nah,
It's like you're crossing by the hotel. I wasn't sure if anyone was going to try and do anything there or not, is the main reason I'm asking.
nah, I'm not trying to pay that bill.
I'm doing whatever Haku's doing. I'm following him. I'm making sure Haku's good because he has
as
no
you-
aura.
As you guys have gotten to the crossing, you see that there are a couple of skirmishes happening between the occasional Veil and Mantle forces, much smaller than that initial battle where you all were. But the longer you're taking you out through the city, the more gunfire you're hearing in the distance. But you guys eventually make it to the crossing. You cross, you get past the hotel, and you all meet up again at the south gate. At this point, Flynn, you are waking up.
Is everybody
And the
there?
south gate is unmanned as well. Oh, yeah, everyone's there.
Oh God, my neck, my
Sorry,
back.
I dragged you over a few bumps. I'm sorry.
No, I slammed to the top of that bridge.
GG.
That's the last
That-
thing I remember is a giant explosion in my face, and then slamming into the top of that bridge or the bottom of that bridge. Thanks for
Like
saving me,
it's
Flavo.
No problem. Least I could do for a comrade.
So Flavo's taking the gonna take that. Okay.
Can't
I
even
would-
argue it.
I wouldn't know. I just know that he was dragging me. I'm standing up, cracking my back and my neck. I start fluffing out my shirt, and a bunch of dirt starts falling out. Are you dragging me to the streets? I imagine it's something like this.
Just one arm.
No, like you have hold of my legs and you're just pulling me.
It's like dragging your legs.
Smacking your head up bumps.
So this everybody looks like everybody's here.
So we need to get back to the king as fast as possible. Well, are we gonna try to hoof it?
We're the
Just take the car.
No, the car. They pulled the car in. I believe this gate, right?
Mhm.
And then they drove it into the city. So if anything, we should have got it from where the
I
hotel
thought it was outside the hotel.
Yeah, we are outside the hotel.
now.
This is also part of the reason why I asked if anyone's dropping by the hotel.
Yep, we're going by foot then.
It's going to take a long time. We may not get there in time. Are you sure?
Yeah.
It's too dangerous to go back into the city.
Tabby's gonna
sneaking back.
speak up. He's gonna say all of our ore is completely gone, with the exception of Aquos.
Okay, let's go with what Haku says. We should get out of here.
Well, let me ask you this: do you want me in the back or do you want me in the front? Where do you think more potential shots will come from? It's better I get shot than you.
What?
I'm glad you
Oh, you
clarified
asking
that.
me? Yeah. This has never been clarified before. Like on
Say
a
we-
map like this.
I'd say we just get out of here and run straight for the woods. Don't even take the road. But that's up to Haku.
Yeah. We'll just get as far as we can away from the city so we can find a safe spot to rest, and then we'll move on from there.
So is Vale the city? Is it north?
From where you are, it's southwest.
Southwest? So like along this river?
Basically,
Kinda, yeah.
We could try to
Good
follow.
point.
We could try to follow the river.
It's
But they're
potential for mud where our tracks can be seen.
No, just
Is this
go
just
walk
like
right along the
open
river.
area, or is this like woods?
So it's open at first. Once you get past a little way, probably 10 minutes of walking, it turns into a forest.
I think that they may be a little bit more
Focused on the city.
focused on the city at this point. Yeah, exactly.
Dang.
All right.
Fear is coming to you. I knew she'd get it.
In 2 days. Don't forget that. We'll have a 2-day head start on them. And it's
I
not like
just
he's
say-
going to be looking for us in particular.
I say we stop dilly-dallying. We just get on the way. Kind
I
of
thought
look at the
he was
path.
I assumed we were running while we were talking about this.
Oh,
That's fine.
fair enough.
As you're going, Tabby's also going to say, I can't believe we're just abandoning the Veil soldiers, but what else can we really do?
We don't have a choice right now. We'll come back for it. Well,
We won't.
potentially. It's up to the king.
If
They
there's any
won't.
survivors.
They won't survive. They're going to be overwhelmed by Mantle.
No telling
And
what the
Mistral.
fears bring into.
Maybe we'll run into a boat on the stream.
Or we can hijack a car.
We're not running along the roadside. We're running I mean, maybe a car by the stream.
Yeah, but we can go back to the road.
If you want to.
After we get some rest.
Did we get our scrolls back?
Did you lose your scrolls or something?
Well, I just
Yeah,
assume
you got it from
We got all our stuff
Not
back.
Rusty's, Flowers stuff.
Flowers?
Yeah.
So we
Yeah.
could just call the king and let them know right now.
We're not in
what's going
service yet. I assume.
On. Oh.
As you have left the city, you notice that you are no longer getting service.
Hindsight.
Go back.
Well, when we were in this city, we didn't have service for the king.
I'm saying you're not getting service at all right now.
Right now, main goal is just get as far away safely from the city, get some rest, and then we'll form a plan from there.
As we make camp.
So you make your way about 15, 20 minutes out, and then you decide if you're going to have a chance to catch your breath, there's a small clearing by the river where you have that opportunity.
That's bait. Let's keep moving. That's play. Yeah, let's do
He
it.
didn't know we were going to travel by the river.
Yeah, you're right. I absolutely did not know you're going to travel by river. Some would say I'm changing the other map right now to accommodate a river.
So, does this look like a good spot, Aku?
It's good enough.
You guys rest. I'll take watch.
At that point, I'm already, when he says good enough, as soon as came out, I'm passed out on the ground.
You're not passed out. You're all just resting right now.
Are we full?
You have
are
the
we
chance to. So
am
listen.
full.
Don't worry about the aura and what you see right there. Don't change it from what it's currently at on that token right there.
Well, I'm full anyway, so it
Yeah,
doesn't
you're
matter.
full, so it's fine with you. Everyone else, you noticed you're at half. You're sitting down here for a few minutes when you're regenerating. You're trying to sleep, Flynn, catch up on everything, when all of a sudden,
Oh, shit.
something stops you.
I have quick quick restore. Or whatever, quick recovery.
Are you a constitutional-based character?
Yes.
I was gonna say I thought I was the only one, but you mentioned something last time.
You know
And I'm
what?
like,
I'm
there's
sick
no
and
way.
tired of someone always trying to copy Zach. This is a bunch of crap. You're just copying him. I feel like it's a copied character. It's always copying Zach.
So everyone, roll a perception check.
I make good characters. Oh, Connor, I meant to ask you. Now that we left the city, you told us when we're done with the part with the city to ask you, what's the joke about Han?
It'll come up in this part,
Woohoo!
and if you guys don't catch it when it happens, I'll call it out then.
What am I rolling again?
Perception.
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 Deception.
Deception.
An outrage.
Disgrace.
We'll say.
Evil is plain as the furnace on his race.
What? Damn.
So in the distance, you hear a howl,
In the distance.
followed by a hell of a lot more.
God
Oh,
damn it.
I knew that was coming. I knew that was coming.
You can't tell how many are happening, but it is easily in the hundreds.
And which direction is it coming from?
Every direction.
Towards us?
You can tell some of it seems as though it's making its way towards you, others making their way elsewhere.
Like back towards the
Probably
city?
back towards probably towards the city.
Perhaps.
Towards the city. This
All right,
time,
boys, let's
let it
climb a
pass.
tree. I'm climbing a tree.
I've got to get back to the city.
Why?
That's suicide, man. It's only going to get worse from here.
Juan and his team have to know this is happening. This is coming.
If they know anything about Grim, they should know this is coming. You'll just have to hope that they get out safely.
Flint, you're gonna make your choice, and that's fine. But I'm going to the king.
Anyway,
Tabby's gonna say the Beowulfs are also faster than us. If they've already gotten past, you're not gonna make it in time anyway.
so I'm trying to think.
You succeed,
What-
Flava.
What do I have?
Tabby is also going to climb a tree. Because of his cat-like senses and reflexes, he does not have to roll anything.
I'm gonna dip into the river
You
here.
know,
Yep, I'm gonna jump in the river, or I'm gonna like run towards the river, and there's a piece of my gun that's at the end. I want to take it off. It's a tube, and I'm gonna slide into the river and then put the tube out of the water.
There's no.
Aquas, you doing anything?
So what do we have to roll to climb?
It'd be an
acrobatics.
acrobatics check.
That's
You don't have to roll high.
not awful.
1,
Ooh.
2. You don't have to roll high, but
Typical.
higher than that.
You succeed.
Take 10.
Thank God.
So now everyone roll a stealth check.
Would the river be considered shadow?
Yes. All out now. The sun's kind of at a point where it's kind of getting darker, so yeah.
It's a low roll for me.
A roll for me.
Oh, did you roll 7?
Beautiful number.
I forgot to open up Tabby's sheet, so I'm waiting for it to load real quick.
I'm gonna watch as Haku gets yanked out of the river by by a Beowulf, and I'm just gonna sit there and not move, just be like, oh no.
You won't be able
So-
to see his tears running, but
You all feel what feels kind of like a stampede, a bunch of small vibrations happening. Tabby, Flavo, and Aquos, you all see as you're looking through the leaves, there are at least a dozen alpha Beowulfs that are dashing in your direction.
Oof.
They're
Damn.
running up. They're getting by. Flynn, you're holding steady in the water. Haku, you're doing your best to stay quiet down there, but you realize you're starting to run short on breath as they're approaching, and you accidentally let out a bubble of breath that pops in the water.
Goddamn
Uh-oh.
rookie.
Ribbit.
are they concerned with that bubble? Or are they concerned
You
with all that
see-
death in the city?
You see,
Well-
of the dozen alpha Beowulfs, this has caught the attention of 4 of them.
Rest
not
in
awful.
peace.
Do I notice the bubble?
Yes.
You fool.
And the other
Oh.
8 have continued on their way.
Then I will rise out of the water.
Are there any more around? Do we notice a perceive check?
There's none others that you are seeing right now.
All
What if I think happy thoughts? Can I give me like a +4?
Roll a will save.
It's greater than
Aw,
negative
yeah.
emotion.
I'm just playing. I know it's a
Listen, I'm
score.
saying, I get your point,
That is not a plus.
but you also aren't exactly feeling positive emotions yourself. So
I know. I'm just trying to find some way to like try and weasel out of this.
listen, you're not fighting an additional 8 other Alpha Grim.
You know,
You're
that's
welcome.
True. it could have been worse.
So I'm
I
also
appreciate it.
implementing a rule change here. And that's part of why this fight is meant to introduce. Any Grim, with the exception of Boss Grim, can now be killed by a critical strike.
You said that last time.
Did I?
Yes.
Yeah, but it didn't really make sense because there was no Grim. So
Yeah.
Okay. Well, it is now officially implemented, and it will apply in this fight, and the fight's continuing on. So Tabby is first up, and seeing that the Grim have been caught, he is going to leap out onto this Grim, or right behind the Grim, and make 4 attacks against it.
Get a crit. Come on. Crit.
There's a good chance. He has a better chance than most with 4 attacks.
Ooh, so
Unfortunately, he does not crit, but he does get 3 hits.
what's wrong, Travis?
It takes 53 points of damage. Flynn, you're up.
I'm gonna store my attack action. And
You're not Flynn.
Motherfucker, shut your
no, I
mouth.
don't know why. I don't know why. I heard Bob on my head.
You're not Flynn.
Those
I'm
FLs.
gonna step out of this water right here, and I'm going to shoot this one that Tabby was shooting
Okay.
2 times.
Excuse me.
Oh, it's
Kill it.
dead.
Hey.
And then that's it.
All right, Akos, you're up.
So, I knew this would come in handy. I chose the feat about the 2 times back that we chose it. Leg day, so I can jump up to 20 feet high and 20 feet away with ease before needing to roll an acrobatics check. Woohoo! It came in play! So because of that, what I need to do, I have to use 2 movements to jump at this Grim here?
No, all out to just take 1. You will still have to roll an acrobatics check, though.
Okay.
Because that said up to 20 feet, so you are still going a little bit. It just is going to reduce the check that you'd have to roll. What the fuck is the name of this creature?
Can I, land on it doing damage with that nat 20?
There it is. Yeah. I'll say...
I come down with the hilt of my chainsaw landing on it, and then I'm going to attack it with my chainsaw.
Yeah, I'll say it grants you a free attack against it.
So I get 2 attacks?
Yeah.
Oh, boys!
All these 20s.
Woo!
On our side today.
Yeah!
You hop out with your chainsaw and you just slam into it, cutting it completely in half.
3 crits in a row.
What up, Flynn?
My goodness.
You gonna
Oh
take
my
a low
goodness.
blow on that one?
I was
Haku, you're
actually
up.
going to, but
I know you were.
you rolled a 20, so now I don't have to.
GG. I'll just walk up and attack.
That's kind of badass. Just jump out there, kill it.
All right, Haku, can you keep the trend going?
No.
No.
Oh, I was gonna say, here
Well,
comes
you
the
hit.
1.
I was hoping he'd roll a 19. He'd say, actually, that's a crit for me.
It's not even great. GG.
Well, actually. All right, it takes 61 points of damage.
And I end my turn.
Flavo.
Not killing it.
Well, I'm gonna store my attack action. Move 30 feet.
Alrighty. The Grim are up. This one's going to move to you, Flavo. That one's going to attack you. And the other one's attacking Haku. First one was to Flavo, second to Haku.
Looks like Haku's got to get dead. 1 hit, you're dead.
I'm gonna use offensive shielding.
GG.
Okay.
What is my aura?
So you use offensive shielding. You deflect the blow, taking only half damage. So you take 23 points of damage instead, Flavo.
You're at half aura, Haku.
No, I'm at 0.
Haku, you take 54 points of damage.
Okay.
But you're going to deflect?
No, I can't afford to do that right now
Oh, your
without
sword
sacrificing
damage.
my weapon damage with that crit. Yeah.
Oh yeah, even that 54 was just enough to break your aura. That's unfortunate. All right,
So
Tabby's up. Tabby,
going back
seeing
down.
your aura break, he's going to run up and attack this thing twice. That is one hit. Hitting it for 23. Flynn, you're up.
I'm gonna run at Haku, do a leap, do like a leapfrog over him, and land on the other side, and then shoot.
Oh, hold on. I want you to roll for
roll an
that. 'Cause if
acrobatics
you miss,
check.
you're going in the river.
Or are you going to crush Haku? Use
Or
a
wreck
team.
him. No, yeah.
That's it. Takes 41 damage. Tabby is going to do low blow. That's actually a miss.
Dang.
That's just barely a miss. All right, that Grim seems to be on its last leg. Aquos, you're up.
I have a question before Aquas goes.
Mhm.
So if Tabby used low blow and hit, could I then use low blow also?
No,
It's a
It's
low
only-
blow off.
okay.
Low
it
blow.
doesn't specify. I should specify that right now. Low blow
should.
cannot proc on other low blows.
That would be broken because you could just chain that like low blow, and I'm low blow, like you're low blow, and then the other person low blows.
No, you
His
can't
low
do.
blow.
Well, it's only one low blow per round. So
Oh, it's per round.
yeah,
But
that
if
would be
Verity was there,
funny,
that'd
I
have been 3 low blows.
think. Verity's just
So-
copying your characters.
I'm going to come over. I'm going to be like, do you guys want help over there, or should I go help Flavo?
Flavo.
I'm going to go up to Flavo's. And I'm going to hit it with my chainsaw.
All right, you hit.
Big hit.
How cool would it have been if that was also a 20?
I
half
would be.
expected it. Haku, you're up.
Alright. I'm gonna go for broke. I'm gonna use power attack and reckless attack.
Roll the
Why?
1. Roll the 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 1.
You hit. You don't even have to roll for damage. That thing had 1 hit point left.
Oh, okay. GG.
Am I ever going to use low blow?
Never.
All right, Flavo, you're up.
I'm gonna use my 2 stored attack actions, so I'm gonna attack it 6 times.
All right.
Flavo's got this. Here comes the one. Doo-doo-doo-doo.
You kill it.
It's dead. I want you all to know 3 of those 4 Grim were killed by crits. 3 of them!
I know. I was one of them.
One of them opposed with a crit. How many
I think
20s
I
is
found,
that?
I think I
Those
found a
4
good
20s,
sweet
5
spot with
20s?
Grim. But when I reduce their health and with those crits now being an effect for Alpha, because that way they're still incredibly strong if they hit you, but they're not hard to take down.
It makes sense with how Grim are.
I'm going to step through this one as it's dissipating and walk over to Haku and help him back over to the camp, to where we were going to set up camp.
Well, before that happens, roll perception check.
Motherfucker! Oh, well, it was supposed to be 12, but that's still a crit.
So
I see
no one
it.
else even has to roll. You go to try and help Haku, but all of a sudden, something stops you as you feel a rumble. And then another rumble.
Where's your character at?
And then another rumble. You're all...
Oh, I was like, where do you even go?
You can tell that the rumble is getting much closer. Much quicker. In the distance, you see above the trees a large elephant-like Grim with huge tusks.
Can I roll an acrobatics check to jump back into the river?
The Jailus of the Primer.
It is not a Primer Jailus.
It's an elephant.
Elephant. You uncultured swine.
You see a Goliath.
Are any of these ones the fan-made ones?
No.
Those aren't implemented? Okay, cool.
No.
Oh,
I just
God.
want to
It's
say,
a
if so, give a
boss.
shout out.
It's a boss. It's a boss one. It's a
Yep.
boss one.
This one cannot be one-shot.
yet.
Ooh, our fearless leader has been taken. His aura has been taken down.
Haku, you need to back up. What is this?
From fighting. What?
What is that?
That's the boss tag.
Yeah, big boss.
Oh, it's not on it. So I was like, what the fuck is that?
Yeah, I remember the game determines things by squares, and I use circle tokens.
Yeah.
Such square, Zach.
Actually, that effect doesn't
Actually,
happen to these Grim. I just remembered. Okay. We restart combat.
I'm gonna think to myself, should have taken the road.
Tabby,
I think this would have happened regardless.
it would have.
And I think to myself,
Tabby looks at the Goliath and he's gonna say,
Oh shit.
are we gonna fight this thing later?
It probably would
For
not be
the
wise to fight
experience!
this. We should retreat.
Haku. We do not get experience very often.
You know,
Think
that's
we can take
that's
that metagame?
true.
Metagame, do we? Can we take that?
In addition to
I
that,
can. I'm fine. I don't know what all of you have been doing this entire time. I put myself at risk, and I'm just fine. So
you know what? Every single one of those.
I'm
times,
more worried about the fact that if it does some sort of AoE area effect, like the Primer Jailus does, because it's humongous, and that's probably what's going to happen, that Haku could die in the process. It's not necessarily the fact that he could back away and not fight. It could still affect him if it's like a 60 or like even a 35-foot thing. Because look how far. I mean, that's.
Tabby's just gonna look. He's gonna. All right, fine. He's gonna store both of his actions. Flynn.
What would it take for me to like throw Haku like almost across the river? Strength check. I don't fucking have that.
It would be strength.
it's okay. You could also. Well, I mean, I'll just like stay here. I mean, we should retreat, really, which is what I'm gonna say, because in addition to this, there's probably gonna be some more Grim.
why'd you lose your aura?
Well, I didn't ask for that crit.
For being our leader, you have the most unfortunate luck. Since Haku was created, you are constantly out of aura.
I'm gonna store both my actions.
All right, Aquas.
Yeah, screw it. I'm gonna do a heroic storage on my attack action and store my movement,
Okay,
so I can have 4 hits.
that's actually exactly what Tabby did. I just didn't call that out.
If you all resolve the fight, then I'll stay back and keep an eye out.
Thanks, leader.
Keep yourself safe.
I'm going to do the same thing. Store my movement and heroic storage on my attack to have full attack.
Where did you... So Tabby's not familiar of the effects of your sword, right?
No. It was
He
not
joined,
there.
I guess, after that.
Yeah, okay. I'm just trying to think of what his knowledge would be. All right, so that's it for you, Aquos. Haku.
I'm gonna store both actions.
Flavo.
Heroic storage on my attack action and store my movement action.
All right. And this Grim charges forward.
Fuck!
Using both of its movement actions.
Elephant noise. Insert elephant noise here.
Tabby is going to roll an acrobatics check. So he's going to change his swords into handguns. He's going to roll an acrobatics check to jump and try and swing on the tusk to hop onto its head. You all right there, Flynn?
Taking widow's privileges. Hal is no longer here.
He
Nah,
barely
keep
succeeds. hopping onto the head of the Grim, and he is going to point his guns down right into the creature's head, and he's going to use all 8 attacks.
So, how tall is this thing? How many feet off the ground?
The fuck is this thing's AC?
I'm hoping it's more than
18.
or less than 20.
I'm hoping it's like 20.
Make it 7.
He makes 8 hits.
Sweet.
Connor?
Yeah?
Did you hear my question?
Yeah, I'll answer in just a second.
Okay.
Calculates this damage.
D's nuts. Ah, got him.
GG.
Oh, that was the wrong roll.
Wow.
That's unfortunate. It's actually less than that.
Oh, what?
But he got a better roll with that one.
Hey.
He deals a total of 128 damage straight into that thing's head. And it is still moving. So the Grim's height, that's what you're asking about?
Yeah.
It is about 60 feet high.
Jesus.
Oh my god! How did he jump that?
How? Well, he
Like I
climbed
said,
on.
that's,
Oh.
he jumped, he swung around the tusk to hop on top of it. Something
How
that's
tall
very
are the
RWBY
tusks?
fashion. So like the base of the tusk where you could loop around it, that's about 30 feet.
All right.
Jeez.
All right. So I'm gonna do. Is he done?
Yep.
I'm gonna do contract and try to do weak point on it.
Okay.
Okay, my number lock is off.
What's the DC for weak point again?
Yeah, I don't know.
That is a fail.
Yeah, I assumed. Okay. Well,
That doesn't even meet its level.
I didn't think so. All right. So I'm. Oh, that's good to know. I'm going to use my semblance and appear. Try to appear behind him, and I'm going to roll my stealth check, which he probably doesn't even fucking care because he's not looking at me. But there you go.
No, I'll have it roll up fucking perception.
Jesus.
Excuse me.
And I'm going to shoot it 4 times. 1, 2, 3, 4.
You hit all 4 times.
How'd you do that? Oh, wait, I can't do it. Never mind.
You just put the damage in
just-
parentheses and then times 4.
I can't do it right now because one of mine's a 68 instead. Or 60-10.
I like doing separate rolls there.
It adds to the random effect, but for 8 rolls, it's just like too much.
It's a pain. Yeah. I get it.
2 of those are really good.
It takes a huge hit, but it's still going strong. You done?
Just because I feel like something's going to happen here. Oh, God. I'm going to climb up in this tree.
You will trigger an attack of oh wait, you're climbing. You're still technically
Still a movement, I guess. It's just in a different plane.
but you're adjacent to it still. Okay, I'll say it won't trigger an attack. I'll roll
Just
an
trying to get-
acrobatics check.
Jesus.
Yeah, just trying to get off the ground.
You succeed.
Cool.
Haku.
What?
Moving and storing an attack.
What about me?
Oh, I did skip you.
Sorry.
Okay. So here, let's have Aquas go first. So moving you back, Haku.
So, if I damage the tusks, does that count towards its like health?
Perhaps.
Well, so I'm going to roll an acrobatics because I'm going to use leg day with that to hop onto
succeed.
the tusk, and I'm
Okay.
going to use all of my stored attacks to try and cut off this tusk
All right,
with my
make the
with
hit
my
checks.
chainsaw.
And that's when Haku grabs it and shoves it straight into its
1,
stomach.
2, 3. Oh, 4. Because I had 3 stored. Assume those are all
4
hits.
hits. Okay, so I'm going to reveal the metagame of what that does. That deals half damage to it.
Okay. Did I
Because of the
still
armor.
cut it off?
But you succeed at chainsawing one of the tusks off, and it falls to the ground next to Haku.
So I assume I'm falling now too. In which case, I would like to. I don't know if I have to use a stored movement to do it, but essentially, I want to do like a safe landing.
Well,
Or is that an acrobatics?
Could he ride the trunk down like Fred Flintstone?
Or could I jump to the other tusk?
I'll allow that, but you'll have to roll an acrobatics check
To which thing? The Fred Flintstone or to the
to jump to the other tusk.
Damn it! That is so cool.
It would have been cool, but then he said the last thing, so I assume that's what he wanted to do.
That's what I prefer, yeah.
With leg day, he makes it.
All right, and you hop to the other tusk. Flavo.
I am just going to try attacking its. What is its knee at? How high is it, like 10 feet?
Its knee, 15 feet.
15 feet? Dude, I'm going to try jumping up there. Do I got to roll acrobatics for 15?
I say you don't have to for that.
So I'm going to try to attack its knee with all 8 attacks.
All right, roll the 8 attacks.
Are you a dual wielder? Oh,
Yes.
wow. I never noticed that.
All right.
Wow.
So roll for damage 8 times, and then the second and third to last will be doubled.
So, Connor, since you haven't done the Grimm's turn yet, or Mike's turn yet, I was gonna say low blow.
Okay, yeah. Tabby will also take a low blow.
Wow,
Rip.
that is low.
Connor, did I cripple it at all since I got 2 crits on its knee?
No.
Damn it. This thing's resilient.
Mm-hmm.
His tusks aren't though.
Well, the tusk was cut off with a chainsaw. If this thing had scrawnier knees, I would have allowed it, but this thing's a fucking elephant.
It's got some big knees.
So Haku, now we're going back to your turn. Now you can do what you did previously, but keep in mind you'll trigger an attack of opportunity.
I was wondering if I was adjacent or if I was just like barely occupying this.
That is adjacent.
Alright, I'll steal my resolve. And so I have 2 stored. I'll store my attacks. I won't take that risk.
Alrighty. The Grim now leans up, and it does a slam attack, hitting everyone adjacent to it.
Do I need to roll like a balance check or?
No. This one isn't quite like the Primer Jail. This is just a basic slam attack.
Even though I'm on the tusk?
Yeah, I'm going to use a offensive shielding real
And
quick.
Tabby's on top of it?
And I'm archery.
Deflect.
Yeah, actually you guys should need to roll something.
Like an acrobatics check or something.
Roll a reflex save, Flynn, Aquos, and Tabby.
Damn number lock.
Just don't ever turn it off.
I don't mean to. I'm okay.
Flynn, you completely avoid you in that tree. You have completely avoided that damage. Aquos and Tabby, you both maintain being on it, and you don't take damage because you weren't at the point of the impact. Flavo, you and Haku will.
Haku's dead.
And this is an attack that you cannot deflect.
Can I
Well, I'm
dodge?
going to use offensive shielding.
You can try to dodge it. Offensive shielding would work.
If there's
This
ever
is
a
the
time to
setup to
roll a
kill me.
critical.
All right, so
If
you
I
will take.
If I dodge it,
So Haku,
will
you
do
fail
no damage?
to dodge it. It's okay. We'll come back to you in just a second here. So you will take half damage from this, Flavo. You take 24 points of damage. Haku,
Set up.
you go to try and protect yourself, but you fail, and the impact as it slams down starts coming right at you when all of a sudden your sword produces a barrier right in front of you. This isn't bullshit. This has been covered.
Yes.
I know.
Yeah.
Get that
And
out
it
of
completely protects you from the impact, and then the sword, the glow, fades away while it recharges.
Damn it! You should have ran.
If I ran, like I would have got some max, then it would have like triggered
The
it.
sword might have triggered, and you would have gotten away. Metagame wise.
That's metagame. I can't
Tabby's
do that.
now going to shoot him 2 more times in the head. He hits. Hitting it for 29 points of damage in total.
Total, I forgot about it.
All right, Flynn, you're up.
How could you forget?
Like it hasn't actually like triggered in like a long time, so I just was like, alright, I guess it's never gonna happen for a while.
It hasn't needed to. You haven't been at a point of lethality.
Oh yes, I have.
When?
Aura's dropped. Like, I guess when you mean like I'm gonna die, no, I haven't been in that position, but I've had my aura dropped. Like,
Because it only triggers when your aura is already dropped, and then you're about to take another hit.
okay, yeah.
Oh boy. So Tabby's doing what?
Tabby's done. You're up, Flynn.
Did he hit?
Yeah, he hit it twice.
Low blow.
Oh, you can't.
Why?
Because you already used your low blow this turn.
This is a new turn.
Once your turn is over, then it's a new turn.
You have a point. Okay.
So Tabby's has been reset now. And yours will be reset after. You hit.
Low.
You deal 36 points of damage to it, and Tabby would low blow, but
It's dead.
you kill it.
Fuck you, Aquas!
Aquas and Tabby both need to roll a reflex save.
Sorry, I just had to.
Tabby succeeds and takes no damage. Aquas, you succeed and take no damage as you fall to the ground where the I almost said Prometheus, where the Goliath once was.
Is the tusk still there?
No, the tusk is disappearing as well.
No.
So you're gonna take the tusk.
I'm gonna slide down the tree and just run to Haku as fast as I can.
Why? He's still standing? He's alright.
Okay, but I'm not aware of his sword. My character's not aware of his sword, just like Tabby's character isn't.
I don't think any of us are.
Hello.
Yeah,
Flavo might not be either.
Yeah, Flavo's
Oh,
not.
Flavo's
Yeah,
not.
Aquas is the only one who was aware.
Bob.
How are you still alive?
Yeah, what was that? What was that shield thing about?
This is
Shield.
Fine.
my soul.
That was your soul?
Yeah, this is my sword.
Your sword has a soul?
Yeah.
What?
I'm gonna pull my gun up and point at you and shoot you. No, I'm just kidding.
Ooh, snap.
That's just theory. Oh, man.
That's a badass sword you got there.
Fortunately, it only works once for a while.
Tabby's gonna say, where the hell did you get something like that?
My deceased father.
He's inside the sword?
Where'd he get it?
He made it. Who knows when? A long time ago.
I see.
I'm not from around here.
Where are you from?
A little ways outside of Vacuo.
Oh, you're one of those kind of people. Man, fuck you. I hate Vacuo people. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
From the wrong part of town, boy.
Yeah.
Live near some mountains. Well, I guess technically in the mountains.
You're not from round here.
So Tabby's gonna say, well, I think at the moment we should still be focusing on the here and now. Grim might keep coming if we stay here. We might just need to keep moving.
So
Probably
at this
have to
point,
keep moving.
Literally the direction we were moving, the Grim were coming from. I mean, we can. What do you want to do? Have they all crossed from this side of the river?
They've
we
all
heard
been
from-
coming northeast, so they've been kind of like following along the river like you guys have.
Okay.
Well, which-
Oh, they
which
were
way's
they
the
were
river
retreating away from the city like we were.
flowing? No, towards the city.
No, they're going
They
towards
were
the city.
going-
You're
they're
going
going-
southwest. They're going
They're,
northeast.
I thought you said they were coming from northeast. I'm sorry.
Nah.
All right. Well,
Which way is the river flowing?
Northeast. Towards the city.
It's unfortunate. But yeah, I think Tabby's right. Like the longer we stay here, I think the more Grim is still gonna come. We gotta get as far away from here as we can. Just tread lightly.
Who's got the strongest strength roll that can carry Haku with us?
Haku can walk. He's fine.
Yeah, I'll be all right.
But I still have the most aura. Haven't even been touched.
He said straight, not aura. Dipshit.
Oh my goodness.
It's true though. I don't know what all y'all's problem is.
I don't know. I wasn't touched.
Oh,
All right.
is the hero song finally like legitimately up?
No. That's the battle scene.
Damn it. I want the song without the fucking battle effects. It's such a good
Oh,
song.
you talking about the fight between Ironwood and what's his name?
Watts.
The lyrics to
Yeah,
that song are so fucking good. I am might. God, I love it. I would die.
All right.
All right.
I think Haku and Tabby are right. Let's get going.
And y'all start making your way. Two weeks pass. And you
Wow.
arrive at Vale.
And I
Should have taken that car. How much XP we get?
We're not there. Shut up, man.
I'll give you the XP at the end of the session.
It's been an hour and a half. Shut up. I haven't even been that long. It's been an hour. Nostalgia.
You all have returned to Vale. As you approach the city, you see that the guards at the gate look at you as you approach, and silently, without even a nod, they open the gates.
damn right! I expect this service everywhere!
As
Just
you're
kidding.
walking through the streets, there is a deafening silence,
Gondor calls for aid.
an ominous stillness.
Like people are watching us.
So as you're walking by, some people are looking at you, but even then, the streets are very empty.
Can we notice like someone with like a higher rank, like a captain or a lieutenant, just from basic garb?
I'm gonna roll a
Like, are you capable of, or do you?
Like, do we physically see?
No.
Okay. Never mind. It was a perception check.
Well, Haku, this is weird.
Cheater.
War
How
started.
am I a cheater?
War that nobody wanted. Should be
You have to
serious.
wonder. You have to wonder what's been said. I look over at Aquos.
Why are you looking at me?
I mean, you're the one who always texts the king.
I was going to say, you are the one who swam across the river.
Is this war? Are they going to see this as? Are they seeing us as the ones who started the war?
Well, if they got fake news, then yeah.
That emphasis.
Roll deceive check.
GG. Either way.
So
Whether
did we
we're
come in?
responsible or not.
So we came in from this area, I guess.
Yes. You went through the Forever Fall Forest.
So we're going to head straight to the king then.
Unless you're doing something else.
That's my
Okay.
plan.
Straight there.
You all make your way to the king's castle. And when you get there at the gates, you see the king standing there already looking at you all. And he gestures you in.
I am so fucked.
Oh, Aku didn't even salt you yet. Just wait. This is
I was
the
waiting. I
table.
was like,
This is the table of salt. This
So
is
what's
the
going to happen?
setting-
The king is going to say
Not
something, and
yet.
Haku's going to be like, "You know what, King? I was going to say the same thing. Fuck y'all."
it's not time for Saul yet. It was in when we got attacked, so I was like, all right. It's coming though.
That's when we all attack the king.
GG.
Good.
The ultimate experience.
Ooh, snap.
Well, the ultimate
That was
team
it.
wipe.
A little bit of A and B.
You're a liar.
He's
Turns out the king was bearded the whole time.
Exactly what came to my mind. So, you all take a seat. And the king takes his seat as well. Let's get you a little bit further away from him. Let's
Rona.
get to assert his presence.
Can he sit more in the middle?
No.
Oh, that's bothering me.
He looks at you all one by one. I guess I can...
Thank you. That's much better.
Tell me what happened.
Well, if Haku doesn't speak up, I'm going to tell the whole story. But I'm giving Haku a chance.
Are you saying this metagame or?
Well, yeah.
GG. Well, to sum it all up, the mission failed.
No
Any
shit.
intentions. And the war started. But
Is there
just
gonna be
before that,
anything-
there was a shit.
Is there going to be
What's
anything you leave out?
Well, I'm
So
going to
you're
leave out
talking
the fact
the
about you.
masters? The master
What?
and his people?
So I mean, I am going to tell them about the master and his people. I'm not going to tell them about Flynn's excursion because I already said that I was going to leave that out.
Flavo.
Flynn and Flavo's excursion. I'm going to leave out. Well, I guess I'm going to tell him about the master, so I'm going to include, of course, the people that were with him. I am going to specifically leave out the allegations the master made against him because I'm going to ask some questions depending on where this conversation goes. But I'm going to just tell him everything aside from those things, including Fang's involvement, the fear, and all that good stuff, and the shapeshifter.
Okay.
Emphasizing that intentionally it was not we didn't try and start this war, but we're trying to prevent it the entire time, but circumstantially
We were trying to prevent it.
We failed, and it could appear that we were the cause of it.
We played right into Fang's hands. I'm going to say after Haku says that. After Haku says everything.
Sorry, I'm making a token real quick that I realized would be better for a visual.
Which in turn plays directly into the Führer's hand.
So he looks at you all. He stands up. He walks over to a window and he starts looking out of it. We've received a report. The last report from our soldiers at Han. It stated that all of the primary forces on both sides have been killed. And the backup forces for Mantle remain. Once the Mistral generals got involved in the fight, the rest of our forces did not stand a chance. One thing was made astoundingly clear, though. Since he's telling you the truth, Flava. Between the intercepted transmissions and that report, not a single person seems to be aware, with the exception of you five, of who shot first.
I can tell you who shot first.
I was I'm not gonna say anything.
Because they shot at me.
He looks at you. You will keep that secret to yourselves.
Yes, sir.
All five of you will take that to your grave. Do you understand?
Yes, my king.
With all due respect, I'd like to know why.
He looks at you,
king, you boy.
and for a second it seems as though it's a glare before it returns to normal. I have lived a life that you couldn't imagine, Haku. In that time, I have learned many things. About life, about love, and about war. All wars have one thing in common. Do you know what that is?
It's always told by the winners.
No matter what type of war it is, no matter the details, no matter the assailants, no matter the victims, all wars end. And we need to make sure that the tale told in the history books is not one that can be told with scrutiny. When this war is over, no matter who the victor is, they must not know who instigated it to ensure a peaceful integration at the end.
See.
But they wanted this war. One way or another, it was going to happen. They said it themselves. There was no way for us to find peace or try to make amends or stretch the hand of friendship.
And we will not extend a hand of friendship anymore. I have tried that tactic, and they have refused it time and time again. But no matter what happens, peace will be the inevitable outcome. I will make sure of that.
And what's your plan from here?
He looks
Nothing
back to the window. There is another case. One that holds, unfortunately, what I believe to be the key to victory.
What is it?
It is a sword.
Is it in the dark?
that sword's
Or is
probably
it in
in
a
the
dark
room.
place?
He turns to you. The dark place?
The master said that it was one of the cases that he could not see was in a dark place. He wouldn't tell us anything else.
I am your only master.
He looks down and he thinks to himself. He shakes his head. I'm not certain exactly where the other case is. I know where Blanco took it in a direction of. I don't know if it's what the master was referring to. But I would wager no. That is not what he was referring to.
Okay. Good, because I didn't want to go there.
Metagame is the dark place Salem's area.
That was the one that was emphasized.
Whenever you said you were looking at maps earlier, it scared me a little. So I was like, metagame, that's why I asked.
That makes sense. That's a valid concern. I wasn't thinking about that as being the reason. It's got a different reason. So he says, now then, I believe that you five, especially Haku and Aquos,
I don't know why I
have
use
done
that
what's
voice,
right.
because Aquos isn't that big of a person. Like, I make myself sound like, no.
So he turns around, and he starts walking back to the table.
What part did we do right?
Like with that mission.
Like, why is he saying that he trusts you?
Like, what Haku and Aquos did was right. Like, why not the rest of the team? Like,
No,
why
he's saying just especially with Aquos and Haku. He's not saying it was a decision. It's because you guys have been there consistently for a while now, especially Haku.
Oh. Like alive.
He says, Flynn. So you didn't cover any of the parts of Flynn and Flavo leaving.
Right.
So he's going to turn to Flynn.
Shit.
Flynn,
Shit.
I owe you a favor. I would like to know the details about your parents so that way I can ensure that they are freed from their burdens.
Well, about that. I'm going to stare at the table for a minute, like contemplating on what to say. And probably looking pretty nervous.
I gotta go to the bathroom.
I'm gonna intervene. On,
I am patient.
oh, good. Sorry.
I'm pissed.
And I said you're intervening, Haku, go.
Oh, cool. On my orders, I sent him to go find his parents to make sure that they were safe.
Roll deception check.
Deception.
Deception.
You're lying.
I guess that is technically a lie.
It wasn't
It's
your
not an
orders, but
entire
you
lie.
did tell me. It wasn't your orders, but you did tell me to go.
Yeah, never mind, Haku. I'm just going to save the time. You don't have to roll.
Oh.
He looks at you and he says, now are you being honest with me here?
Is this lie?
Haku didn't order me to go. He told me to go, but he knew my decision was. He already knew what my decision was. The true leader move, Haku. But you can't protect me from this.
Do I know about the mercenaries following you? Or the merc?
I imagine that information's been shared in the last 2 weeks.
I'm going to
What?
leave out the fact that Flavo went with me.
Okay.
Roll a deception check.
I don't have to.
on what he says.
You kidding?
If it raises the king's suspicions, then he will. If not, he won't.
I stayed with the master because he said that he would help me.
It's
He
not a
said
good
he would help me.
argument.
He said that he would help me with my family. I'm sorry, but my patience in that situation was tested, and I had to go. The master said that he looked at my family because that was what his semblance was, and saw that they didn't have much more time. I couldn't assume that he was lying. I had to assume that he was telling me the truth. So I went. So we took us. So the master sent me with a small team, and we went back to Hollow. I remember the name. Yes. And we ran into. We talked to the manager of the mine. He had a man working for him that had a particular semblance that scares me. Some stuff happened. That man ended up killing the manager and said he was going to come after us, that he's part of the Mercenaries Guild. So now we're being hunted by the Mercenaries Guild.
Do you also tell him about the fact that the guy said he was going to help your parents?
Yes.
Okay.
I already know the king's argument here.
I don't know.
So he turns around and has his back to you all for a moment. He's just quiet, thinking.
And Flynn drops dead.
He lets out a sigh. He sets his cane on the table.
Oh no! Are you
Can I
going to
grab
spank us?
Can I steal it?
You can try.
Just
I'm
like
not
you
going
tried to steal that sandwich.
Fuck that.
He then steps around his chair, pushes it in, and puts his hands on top of it. I understand why you've done what you've done.
Oh.
I asked for your loyalty without providing a good reason for it. Allow me to rectify that now. As I ask you all to undertake another task to get this case, I will try and earn your loyalty here. He pulls out a scroll of his, starts tapping away. One moment, please.
What was sense motive on that?
Okay.
I was doing the same thing. Ooh, snap. I believe him.
I believe him. I ain't rolling shit. I believe him.
Oh my god! What the fuck is this guy?
A moment
Hey.
later, you see two familiar faces enter the room.
Draco and the bitch.
Draco and
Oh,
Aryan.
I don't recognize either of these guys.
Yeah, you do.
Leader. I'm gonna say that to Draco.
Pretty sure you saw them last time.
Yeah, they were all
Yeah.
in the room.
Yeah.
I guess Flavo wasn't because he joined us.
Flava wasn't. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's right.
Okay, all right. Fair play, Flava.
I'm gonna say like leader as I bow to Draco. It's good to see you.
It's good to see you as well.
But I thought that Haku was.
So the king, he stands straight up. If you have any questions for me, let them be asked.
Who is Salem?
Who told you that name?
I have a question. I have a question.
He turns to you.
How did he defeat a man whose semblances saying his name and what to do, and then you have to do it?
You either rely on more than one person, or you take him out before he can speak.
Pull out the jugular.
There are also other possibilities that may or may not work. Semblances that might reduce the effects. Depending on how his semblance works, if you have to hear the words, something that would dampen sound.
Do you have anything that would dampen sound?
I'm afraid none of my agents have that ability.
Maybe I can find something in town.
Perhaps.
Haku, you got me covered still?
Still got some money left. Yeah.
All right.
I too have a question.
What? He turns to you. Say it.
Uh-oh.
Speak.
So you said that this sword may be the way to stop this war. What are your other plans aside from stopping this war with these cases?
What do you mean? What are my plans about what?
Well, if this thing is powerful enough to stop a war, what are you going to do after that?
It will not stop the war. It will end the war. I want that to
Sorry.
be very clear.
Poor wording on my part.
Follow-up question.
As for what I intend to do after that, I intend to unite whoever remains under a banister of peace.
Follow-up question. What exactly are inside of these cases? And how do you know about them?
He steps out of the room. And then he comes back.
Oh my god, I thought I offended him.
You know what? Fuck you.
I'm not going to say anything. I'm just going to walk out. You know what? I'm done with this conversation.
Give me 1 second. I'm uploading something.
Ooh, did I ask the right question?
He comes back with the lamp that Haku and Aquos had brought previously. I told you about what this lamp was capable of. What was your exact question again, Flava?
What do these things do?
What do they do? Was that what it was?
Yeah, and what do you intend to do with them? And how do you know what's inside the cases?
Inside the cases hold items known as relics. Ancient creations that hold awesome power.
Who made them?
Austin Powers?
He looks down and he looks up at you. The gods did.
Just a legend.
I wish it were. It is not.
How do you know?
Because I've met the gods.
I'm sold. I trust the king wholeheartedly. Like, I have no reason to, like, tell me the answers!
I understand that this information can be a lot to grasp at once. Suffice it to say, I am not an ordinary man. And I
You're
have
being
lived
bold
far
right now.
more than one lifetime.
Being pretty bold. Making a claim.
These relics are powerful because they were created with the intention of guiding humanity to peace. The lamp allows the answering of 3 questions per 100 years.
Do not let Haku touch that thing.
One of the
What
questions,
is your name?
My goodness.
one of the questions I will use here in a moment. The staff of creation. It is what the mantle forces have. Capable of doing awesome things. And if they find the way to harness its power, it will be a great asset to them. The crown of choice. He gestures to the top of his head. Without going into too much detail, this ensures that everyone has the choice to follow their heart when it is used. And the sword of destruction. It is capable of many great and terrible things, and I will use it to decimate the battlefield.
So,
Peace through oppression. Okay.
It is not oppression. They started the war.
sacrificing some for the rest of the world. I think it's worth it. Can I ask you one thing, King?
Yes.
If you're so powerful of a being yourself, why disperse the relics in the first place? Why not keep them with you to ensure their safety?
If all 4 of the relics ever come together, the gods will come back to this planet and destroy it.
So the relics aren't really meant for peace, they're meant for destruction.
They're meant for both.
Again, I think to myself, peace to oppression.
Well, I'm ready to go.
He says, once I'm done here, I will be hiding the lamp away. So that way they cannot be brought back together again.
I have a feeling a little girl's gonna fuck everything up in the future.
So why did you call these two here?
Because they are going to be accompanying you on your journey, as well as their two teammates.
I swear to God.
So this turned from a team to a fellowship, I see.
Mm-hmm.
Where
With
you
my
are going,
chainsaw.
you are going through Vacuo, currently occupied by Mantle.
Mike, ain't that where your daddy from?
You will not tell anyone who you are. You will not tell them that you are agents of the king. You would do well not to use your own names in case one of them recognizes you. You, as Vale agents, you will not be welcome into that land. But if you introduce yourselves as though you came from there, or as though you don't have an association with Vale, you should be able to get through relatively unscathed. But these four will be going with you, in case that does not happen.
So, Haku, you should be able to tell us all about it, right?
I mean, I'm not from the mainland. I think I've been there a few times. But, you know.
You know how they live,
I could
though.
stay around there.
I heard they're cannibals there.
Who said that? Jiminy? Is that you?
GG. We should use some aliases then. Code names, if you will.
I'll go by Haku.
That's a good one.
You all should discuss that after this is done here, once you have your full squad together. It is possible that we will also be taking a battlefront towards Vacuo as necessary. Vacuo was not allied with Mantle, they are just occupied. There is a chance that we can get them on our side. But it needs to be handled tactfully. While you are going through Vacuo, if there are any allies you can make, do so. But of course your priority will be that case.
Were you able to make contact with any of the Reapers?
Yes,
And who do they fight for?
they have agreed to join us.
And we're sure it's Sanguis this time.
Why would it not be?
I'm just kidding, hon. He's dead.
They are currently stationed out in some of the outlying cities, split up, to defend them from Grim. That is their specialty, after all.
Are you going to pull everyone to the main city?
There's not enough resources here to do so. Those side villages must be ensured that they are worked and manned. Otherwise, we will not have enough food and resources. Much like the city where your parents are. We need those mines to be active, because without that dust, we will be at a great disadvantage.
Gotta put your parents to work.
Have you prepared yourself? Prepared a scouting team?
To Vacuo?
No, more to outlying areas to see if we're where they are going to come and strike. Maybe at that point we could evacuate and they could head this way and make a stand.
There are only so many places that they will be able to come through. They will not be able to come from the northeast directly. I forgot about this when you guys were entering the city. There is a vast mountain range that will protect us from all of those forces. They will end up coming from the south of Vale, which means we don't have to scout for much. We just have to be ready for them when they come.
The northeast? You mean the hot gates? The numbers there won't count for shit.
I don't get the reference.
I quit.
I got the reference.
Are there any other questions you have for me right now?
Sword. Does it have a name?
The Sword of Destruction.
Fucking asking what the name is again. You already know he said it. What's its real name, though? I know it has a real name.
I'm sorry, I zoned out.
Google Haku fashion. What's its name? I love it.
GG.
Man, what is
Your Majesty, we're kind of broke at the moment. We need a few monies to restock on food, water supplies, and repair of our weapons.
I will offer you what I can spare.
Anything?
1 million apiece.
But most of the money will need to be saved to ensure the city is properly handled.
Of course.
500 man.
And we'll take care of that after this meeting. Any other questions? Or shall I continue? And he places his hand on the lamp.
He's really doing it.
Aladdin?
Yes.
Oh man named Ironwood.
Ah!
So he looks
I'm
around.
the worst character in RWBY.
He looks around, and as there are no more questions being asked, he says, Jen.
Ta-ta. See you later.
The lamp glows, begins to hover, and moves to the center of the table.
Tell me what you know about Salem.
Don't touch it, Haku.
Flynn, put your hand on his mouth.
And then, out from the lamp,
Mom?
Can I see your boobies?
no. You see a large blue woman, reminiscent of a genie. I understand why you could ask about the boobs, because a lot of actual jinn in history, they just have them, out there. But this one's covered.
Yeah.
Actually, it's not even.
Uh,
Wait, no, they're not covered. You can see them. She just doesn't have nipples.
Still arousing.
All around the table, you hear.
And she looks around at all of you and then stops, looking at the king. Well, hello there again, old man. It has been a while. Tell me, what knowledge do you seek this time? You still have 3 questions this era.
Era?
Every 100 years.
Guess he wasn't lying.
Era isn't an exact measurement as far as I'm aware.
There's not a true measurement of an era. I don't think so.
Hopefully 100 years.
Yeah.
100 million years is an era.
What is your name?
If that's true, then
I ain't gonna ask again.
In geology, that's
okay.
what it
I use this because that's the exact wording she uses in the canon. So,
You. Spare die.
the king speaks. He goes, "Where did Blanco hide the sword of destruction?"
Ooh, he's helping.
Suddenly, the world all around you all goes white, and you are alone. Each of you seeing the exact same thing.
But we're alone. Each of us are alone.
Yep. A world
Come on.
begins to form around you,
You
and
get away.
you are at the base of a volcano. Haku, you recognize this location.
Oh snap!
This is beneath your old home.
This is about to be real. There's some irony that's gonna be thrown in here somewhere. I can see it.
You already have the sword.
Jin speaks. Once upon a time, a man was given a mission by his king. This man's name was Blanco.
Venny?
Blanco appears in front of you all, starting to go up the mountain trail and holding a metal case. It cuts further up into the mountain, where he keeps walking. And you all see a younger Haku walking down. The two pass by, exchange a brief dialogue, and then continue on their way.
Is this in your backstory, Haku?
Yeah, it was added to the end of my backstory. To join me together with the king and you folks.
Haku, where you decided to come up with your backstory and all the details around it, this idea triggered in my mind. It was like, this is all going to work out brilliantly.
And here it is. This is months later.
Almost a year later.
Yeah, I guess it has been a while.
So the scene changes again, where this time you are at a destroyed village. Part of it burned down, part of it destroyed, but what looks to be somewhat cleared up of rubble, but still heavily damaged. Blanco was standing by the destroyed village in front of a gravesite where dozens of recently dug graves lie. You hear Jin's voice speak again. The man observed the destruction around him, recalling the boy he met previously. He considered trying to catch up to the boy to ensure that he would be okay. But he pushed the thought off, knowing his mission could not be deterred. The scene changes again, Blanco looking inside of a cave. The man knew the best hiding spot for the case would be inside a cavern of the volcano. Blanco lights a torch and walks inside, eventually coming across a large, open cavern. You all hear a sound in the distance. The noise Blanco heard made him uneasy. It wasn't the sound of some typical grim. Blanco walks forward, and as he's walking forward, he sees black scales scattered around the cave. And then the shadow of a creature. He moves his torch forward to illuminate it. But what the man hadn't expected to see was a creature like this. A creature so human. The light flashes onto the creature, and you see it is in the shape of a human. A man bent over on his knees, but black and grim. Bone armor forming his ribs, his spine, armor going around the legs and arms, but the face devoid of any protection. Instead, there lie two bright red eyes and black tendrils coming off its head, imitating hair. The Grim looks up at Blanco, and from where you can see it too. And curiously, the only thing you see on the face of that Grim is fear. Blanco was afraid of this creature at first, but not so afraid to attack it in a panic. The Grim and Blanco observed each other, and he knew at a glance. It understood him. It knew what was happening around it. It was intelligent. Blanco knew that the creature would not attack him. You see Blanco bends down, getting closer to the creature, and he observes underneath it a very old sword and shield. The shield being white with an emblem of a yellow dragon upon it.
Connor.
The sword black with a purple dragon carved into the handle. Blanco looking at that curiously, but ignores it, and proceeds to bury the case right there, next to the Grim. And then he turns around and leaves. The scene reverts back to the king's room, and you all see each other again. The king looking exceptionally surprised, where he mutters a single word. Baron?
Found Trump?
No. The king looks at you all, and then to Jin. Then back to you all. And then to Haku. Haku. You know where that place was, didn't you?
My home.
Then you know where you're going. And you know where the case is.
If only this was Hal's backstory. Yeah. But it's nothing but rubble now. Nobody's there left alive. For all we know, this Grim should be easy enough, though, to find.
Arian's gonna turn to the king and say, "That's fantastic. We can handle that. But what in the world was that creature?"
Well, oh, is he asking me that?
He's asking everyone.
Oh, okay. It's nothing I've ever seen. The Grim that attacked our village was nothing like that.
It seems scared. Like it was hiding from something or someone.
Get scared? Was that even a Grim?
The king looks down at the lamp. He places his hand back on it. And Jin turns to him. Do you have another question, Ozma?
Bold claim.
The king looks her dead in the eyes. What was that creature? A white void again. You are now inside of a castle. Oh, isn't it completely gone?
He messaged us saying it was a power surge. His computer turned off.
We'll give him a second here.
Cool, I gotta pee anyway.
So as you can know, if you are following the canon, there are 2 questions left in the canon. That is because, remember, this war took place like 80 years prior, so the era has reset by that time.
You're making a bold claim that the king is Ozma.
Yeah.
Because that's not canon.
Yeah. But I'm confident.
I believe it. I personally believe it too. I'm just saying, that's a bold claim if you're wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Plus, it is no longer Monty writing right now, so like, it could be just some random guy named Dave.
Could be. But the king's absolutely going to be more important than that.
Do you think we learn more about the king in this?
The next
This
I
volume?
honestly don't think so, but maybe. Ozpin is back, so maybe. But,
you know what irritated me about the teaser we saw?
What?
That it just nonchalantly shows Oscar back with them.
Yeah, it was kind of weird.
I'm just like, that's your teaser? Because you just spoiled probably the beginning of this volume.
I also didn't like that Yang was so like the big face she showed looking at the bike.
Yeah.
I was like, all right, well, that's like the face that she used to look at baby Jean. Jean's like nephew or whatever. I was like, that's like a face of how cute, not a hell yeah face.
Hell yeah!
I thought you hated Yang at this point.
Right now, Where did I leave off on her? I definitely didn't like her because of her one-liners and no character progression at all.
She was on your hate list.
Volume 6. Yeah, she was on my hate list because she's just stupid.
Are we doing that shit again for Volume 8?
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I want to.
Yeah, good, because I love that stuff.
That was fun.
Yeah, we could also do the RWBY Revisited, looking back at stuff again. Keep that up.
I watched the Behind the Banter today, Connor.
Yeah.
I need to learn how to talk more during those things, though, because it was mainly Connor talking, and I'm just like, huh.
It was funny. So when Connor and I did it, it was usually Connor and I talking, and then Mike would, every once in a while, when it was something that like hit a note with him, he's like, "Nah!"
No, it's funny. Was I liked it when Mike would like Connor would cut to Mike, and he'd be like, huh. And that was
I mean, it's like actually like focusing absorbing stuff that happened. Like, I'm not like emotionally. I'm like trying to absorb all this stuff.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I don't know what you missed, Flavo, but he's asking. He asked the Jinn what that creature was.
White void.
Missed that part.
From a distance.
So a white void has appeared again, and you're all once again alone. A castle forms around you, and ahead of you, you see two men who are sword fighting. One has brown hair and dark tan skin, and is showing off elegant armor. The other has black hair and pale skin, showing off their own elegant armor. This notably red, and with a shield. The two are going back and forth, trading blows. Once upon a time, there was a young man named Baron. His best friend Ozma was sparring against him to determine who would lead the forces in an occupation of a foreign land to free a distant maiden from a tower.
Maiden. I think to myself.
Not maiden is in like the RWBY maidens, just maiden is in like a woman.
Oh.
Iron
Fair
Maiden.
The maidens didn't exist at this point, so like at the point of where the flashback's happening. You see Ozma parries one of Baron's blows and swings back with a massive slamming attack into Baron's shield that throws him off of his feet, 15 feet away and onto his butt, where Ozma then dashes forward and places the tip of his sword at Baron's neck. There's a pause and panting. Then Baron lets out a heavy sigh, and Ozma laughs. He reaches down a hand. Well fought, my friends, but I'll be leading the assault. You'll be here to defend our home.
Like
The
a
scene
shield
fades
should.
away, and you hear, fate had made its decision. But fate is rarely kind. And a new scene fades in, where you see Baron in a room, leaning over the corpse of a woman. So you see that he stands up, looking down on her, and he turns away. And then you hear Jin's voice again. Baron had lost the love of his life in an uprising that occurred while the main forces were away. The scene changes to a large crater with a tall mountain backing it. In the center of the crater stands a large lake of dark liquid, with jagged purple crystals scattered about and grim surrounding it. Baron approaches the pit, and you see from it a large purple dragon emerges. Who dares approach my domain? My name is Baron. I know who you are. I know what you are. And I demand the power to bring back the love of my life. Life, eh? Perhaps you should seek my brother. Baron's resolve kind of shakes at that, and he drops his head. I tried already. He refused. So you insult me by coming to me second. Fine. I'll grant you your wish. You want power? Have it. It sucks in air, causing a huge gust to rip the man from where he is, dropping his armor and his shield and sword where he was. The man is pulled into the pool of liquid. And then there's a pause and silence. Moments pass, and then you see a black hand climb out of the liquid. And you see the Grim from before. Enjoy your new strength. Enjoy it away from me. And he breathes fire onto the creature and his weapons. And when the fire dissipates, the man and his weapons are gone. The scene fades, and you're back to the room with everyone else.
Jesus Christ.
I'm gonna look at Haku. You breathe fire too.
There's nothing special about that.
Only to
Jin should say one more thing before everything's done. As it's gone to white and everything's starting to fade back in, you hear her say, "And because that man was now more grim than anything else, he survived the annihilation that came later." And now you're all back.
Jesus Christ.
So you knew him, King, huh?
The king is just kind of shaken by that, and he just aims his head down. I always thought that he just was mad about what happened. Mad that I was the one who went. I thought he left for... As you may have put together by now, Ozma was me. My first life.
Who was the girl?
The maiden in the tower, or?
The one that died.
That was Baron's lover. A princess. Where we were.
Cool.
So what are the odds that when we get there he'll act the same as he did when the other man, or when Blanco went?
I don't know.
What if he's already opened the case?
It's possible.
Wouldn't it be better if you came with us?
I cannot leave my kingdom unguarded and unled.
Couldn't Draco and Draco's team handle it?
No. No, they could not.
Fair enough.
Not if the enemy forces arrive at the doorstep.
How far away is your hometown, Haku?
From where we're at now? I mean,
Yes.
I can ballpark that for you.
You know, it's roughly a month's journey.
A month's
On
journey.
foot?
Mm.
We've
Or
got to
your
get
car.
there faster than a month.
You could get horses.
Horses.
Yeah, let's buy some horses in town.
My house, we have
Vehicles.
horses.
Vehicles would have much more of an issue because once you arrive at Vacuo and they see it's Vale made, They'll arrest you on the spot and question you.
I'm real good at getting arrested. You sure you want me going?
We should leave as quick
Yes.
as possible then.
I'll take care of what you need to in town, and we'll meet at the gate.
Well, Arian and Draco still need to get their teammates ready. Take the night to relax. In the morning, I will have horses for you. I will give you some lien to help you on your journey. But then you need to get there and back as quick as you can.
So, what was the incentive?
For us, nothing.
No, he
Oh,
said
I
he was
guess-
going to give me incentive
Oh,
To
okay.
trust him.
to trust him. Oh, so the
whole
the whole gym
Everything.
thing.
Yeah,
Telling them the
everything.
truth. Telling the truth. Every single thing that's been happening.
I got you now. He's doing it.
What am I doing?
Okay.
All right. I thank you all again for the sacrifices you've made, and for the sacrifices you may have to.
Well, I guess as long as you can end this war, then I'll help you. As long as there's no sinister reason behind it.
I feel like I have an obligation now.
To
I
see
will
the
help.
war through.
Yes.
Well, thank you.
Move out, squad.
Flavo's gonna think to himself, I just kind of want to see that creature thing in real
You're
life.
no longer our boss, Haku.
Oh, hey, he didn't assign a new team leader.
That
Now let's
actually
move out.
raises good questions. Does Draco lead his team and Haku leads his? Or does someone take seniority?
They're co-bosses.
Boss.
And the king thinks about this for a second.
Sorry, King. Let's move out, team.
You will work together, but you will be led separately. Haku, you will lead your team. And Draco will lead theirs.
Need to have a word with the team. Leave it to
Nah.
I will permit you to seek out allies to join you on this journey. But the more people go with you, the less chance you'll be able to get through quietly. If there are any former allies that you would wish to bring with you or to leave here, you may decide so tonight and tomorrow.
With both of you present, I think we should look at Cloud.
Cloud's more of a bargaining chip.
I think I can talk him into it. He's a very powerful semblance that could be very useful for us.
Do I know who Cloud is?
No,
No,
Yes,
no,
you've seen Cloud.
he has
no,
not.
he hasn't.
God damn it.
I
Alright.
guess he wasn't here before, yeah. Like, so he wouldn't know like anything.
Oh yeah, you were gone. That's what it was. That's what I'm forgetting. You were gone that day.
Uh-huh.
You were supposed to be there,
Yeah,
but you weren't.
that one
Yeah.
guy that was supposed that got sent late. Like,
Okay, yeah, you don't know who Cloud is.
Who's,
Draco and Arian, you've both fought with him. Haku, we both have.
anybody we bring, better. I mean, they have to be prepared to die.
Yeah, especially since you're on Haku's team.
And I believe Cloud will do anything to defeat his father.
I'll leave
Tabby's
that up to
gonna
you then.
look at you guys. You still want me coming for the ride?
yeah, I thought you were part of the team.
Join us.
As I say, figured you were in.
I'm gonna pat him on the back.
All right.
Hey, it's been fun.
You're doing good, kid.
We'll see y'all later.
He goes, all right, anyone else? Unfortunately, since the first characters that y'all had are dead, it does limit the options I wanted you to have.
What about the Masters team?
Fuck them. They're back in the city.
Yeah, they're back in Han. For all you know, at least. It's been 2 weeks. Who knows what could have happened?
Maybe they left. I hope they left.
I know what happened. I know exactly what happened, but you guys don't.
We'll shed some light.
I can't reveal that yet. It's going to be a plot point.
All right. Guess not anybody.
At least one of them survived.
Okay, I'll say that. Yeah, that's true. At least one survived.
But the rest probably died.
Yeah.
Is my
Keep in
theory.
mind, at least one of them is also with Fluff, so... Because, she's been kidnapped.
You mean Fang?
You're right. You're right. It's great, Haku.
How dare you?
So my note is still labeled Fluff, so I see that and it just gets ingrained in my head. Yeah, I'm just gonna fucking change it right now.
Yeah, I keep trying. I keep reverting back in my head. so at the nerd.
So we leave this room.
Let's go to a hotel.
Yeah, you're all good to go.
Or one of our houses.
We haven't been here in a while. I'm going to get my weapon repaired though, and anybody who needs any, I guess, gear or anything.
Listen, my family's rich. My parents will pay for whatever I need.
Okay.
I'm gonna take Haku up on his offer. I'm gonna go with Haku. Go get some armor and
GG. I guess have we even been? I guess we have been dismissed. Yeah, we're just gonna roll with that.
Jin
Haku
disappears. The king takes the lamp and goes and tucks it away again.
So we in agreement with Cloud?
If you can convince him, like I said, just make sure to let him know. This is a mission we may expect not to come back from in a worst case scenario.
I'll talk to him.
best
You
case
guys go
scenario,
worry about
we're
your.
there.
You go worry about your weapons. I'll talk with Cloud.
Is there anything you need? Weapons, armor.
I could always
dust?
take more dust ammo. I wish
Hey.
I could have armor.
Well, what kind of dust ammo?
Whatever.
Hey.
So, Aquas, you go find Cloud. And yes, the king, he tells you where he is, you find Cloud.
Cool.
Streamlined.
You knock on the door, Cloud opens it. Oh god, it's you again.
Got
Welcome
time
back.
Got time for a buddy?
Yeah, it's time for you.
I'll take it. I'm gonna cut to the chase, Cloud. We need your help.
I'm in.
Cool. Well, we'll
I
get a beer.
cannot tell you how boring it is inside this castle. Get me the fuck out of here.
Okay, if I gotta die to get out of here.
Did we have instructions to meet up somewhere at a certain time on a certain day that I
Yeah,
can
sure.
let
Yeah, tomorrow you meet up here and there.
Cool. You can come hang out with me now if you want, or you can get yourself ready. But tomorrow at this time, at this place, be there.
All right. I'll see you tomorrow.
I want to make something very clear, Cloud. 2 things very clear. 1, we may not come back from this mission. A higher chance than we'll probably ever see again. And 2, this mission is to stop your father. Not directly. So just keep that in mind. If you don't show up tomorrow, it's no harm, no foul. You're still my friend. Still my ally.
Well, maybe I don't quite consider you a friend yet, but I'll be there.
I was gonna say, since when?
Your best
He
bud.
hates you and you hate him.
He saved
You're a liar.
Since he saved me, I have liked Cloud, and that is the truth.
From
My
Razor.
my attitude 100% changed to him. After that.
His face. No, he saved him from Razor.
Have we left the room?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm at Cloud's house.
Oh, on my way. Just gonna
Wait,
go to. Are we still
1 second.
doing stuff?
1 second.
We're going in town now, yeah. To get like
I'm just in. Don't talk yet. I'm doing something real quick. Now you're good.
It was about to time out.
Something like that. There was some audio that was about to play in the background. I just need to make sure it was muted.
Okay. So Haku, you were gonna go with me to the shops? On the way to the shop. Okay, and Flava. On the way to the shops, can I say I take out my phone and I'm gonna say I take out my phone and I call Juan. Try to call Juan. You get a busy signal.
You know, so you go to call Juan, and no one picks up.
Dun, 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 that boy dead. That boy dead.
Actually, no. Someone will pick up.
Rusty. Well.
Hello there.
just GG killed it.
And who is this?
Oh, does he not have me labeled on his phone yet or his scroll yet?
Oh, I recognize that voice. Flynn. How are you doing?
A lot better than Han, from what it sounds like.
Well, that's what happens when you try and assassinate the Fuhrer, now isn't it?
Who?
Han. Him and his team. They made an attack against our forces.
Okay, I meant Han is in the place.
Oh, sorry, I meant Juan.
See, I was confused. I'm like, so is Han now a dude?
I'm just stupid.
Yes.
Well, now that we know that happened.
He's
whole
like, you
city.
said
do we-
Juan, and then he answered that accordingly.
So do we hear this
Your brain was
conversation
there.
that's going on right now?
No. I mean, you can hear me probably, but you can't hear what's on the other
Is there going to
end.
be a lot left with me in the near, like, just within 5 minutes or so? In the next 5
I
minutes?
don't think so.
I'll be right back. I got to do something real quick.
Okay.
Have fun dropping that deuce.
Hey, he said real quick.
Except 5 minutes. Well, I guess I'll say that, and then I'll say, "Where's Juan?" And then he can say that.
Yeah.
Are they dead?
Of course not. What do you think we are? Monsters?
Yeah.
Well, just depending on the context.
I'm offended.
Don't be.
They're just prisoners of war.
All 4 of them?
4 of them. Oh, there's more than that.
Are there?
Oh, yeah. Let's see here. There's Gabriella, Blood, Juan, And so many more that I'm not thinking of off the top of my head.
What I'm trying to get out of it is I'm trying to steer the conversation to where I can find out if he's caught them all.
I know.
No, he's very conveniently avoiding that.
Okay. Well, hey, I guess we'll see you soon. And I gotta go. I got other things to take care of, but it was
Have a
good
good
talking to
time. Be
you.
safe.
Of
Have a great war.
course. Now, before you go, though, there is something I'd like to say.
All right.
Do you recall what exactly happened? Sorry, shit's acting weird for me on something I'm doing here. Do you recall exactly what happened and who shot first?
Nope.
Just trying to remember for my own clarity. I was a little fuzzy when it happened. I want to make sure I've got the details straight.
I think Fang shot first. That's what it sounds like to me.
That's actually true.
I see.
This whole thing seems like it's a Fang thing. If anything, we should all come together in a peaceful way and take Fang out.
Maybe you're right. How about we meet up to discuss that?
Oh, I look at the time. I maybe
Why?
someone with a lot better of a persuasion check and deceive check should go and talk to you.
I'll go. I'll volunteer.
Let's not
No.
play coy anymore here. You understand what I'm about, and I understand what you're doing here, Flynn. I hope you enjoyed your time with your friends. Because once the prison camp is handed over and charged to, well, we refer to them as the slavers.
Oh, no.
Something tells me you won't see them again.
What a douchebag.
Hey, come on,
From
Flynn.
from what I heard, that the slavers were only enslaved faunus, from what I've been told.
Oh, you're absolutely right about that. But they don't do it because they have a problem with faunus. They do it because it's where the money's at. And we've paid them handsomely to put the money elsewhere.
Hey, Flynn, who's that on the scroll?
Take it easy, Rusty. And I'll hang up the phone or hang up the scroll.
You were what? Why would you do that? Why would you talk to Rusty right now?
Do you think I have Rusty's number in my phone or my scroll?
I don't know a lot of things, and that's one thing I don't know.
I didn't try to call him. I tried calling Juan, and it looks like they've been captured. I was going to see if we could recruit them to our cause.
Well, that
So I
sucks.
suppose
At least
in
we
my
know.
place.
Kinda.
Eh,
So did he say where they're at, so we can go rescue them after this mission?
They're in a prison camp, which is going to be handed over to the slavers. I don't know who that is, but it doesn't sound like it's a very good thing.
Not. I don't know them. God damn it.
Haku does, but no one else does.
Slavers?
Yeah.
Do I?
Yes.
Yes. Brum.
Because of slavers. Oh, they're this. Oh, GG. Okay.
Is this when we were originally supposed to meet them, Connor?
No, you were originally supposed to meet them while you were there. You weren't supposed to get so involved with them at that point.
So,
so
do we want to
experience.
save the shops for next time, or try to do it right now? Because I kind of gotta go.
Then we can do it next time.
Cool.
Let's get that bread. What's that experience look like?
And hey, how much land
150.
were we given? I didn't hear that part.
That will be given
Oh,
to
wait
you
a minute.
tomorrow. So this campaign was a little bit shorter, but that is the end of Campaign 5.
Cool.
So hey, thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time with the start of Campaign 6, where we make our way to Vacuo. Hopefully you enjoyed that. Be sure to let us know whether you did or didn't by using those like buttons, the comments, or subscribing. And make sure you also spread it around to all of your friends, too. I'd also like to thank our patrons. With support like yours, we're able to slowly improve on our content, so thank you so much for supporting us. If you're not already a patron and you'd like to support us directly, be sure to check out our Patreon in the description below. We have rewards like stickers, shirts, behind-the-scenes content, and even the ability to make a major character to join in one of our D&D campaigns. Well, once again, thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.